Welcome so much to Morning Mindset. My name is Michelle Dale. You are inside virtual co-working space with me as we are here for another Morning Mindset and Accountability session. This is where we help virtual assistants and other online service providers to have a business and life that they love. And today we are continuing our theme talking about daily directing. And this again is about how to direct the course pretty much of everything, the course of your business, the course of your day, the course of your life, the course of your relationships. We talked on the first session about directing your day. Then we talked yesterday about directing your relationships. Today we're going to dive into a little bit more about directing your business. Now, if you are not already a super successful virtual assistant with your business exactly where you want it to be, then there is a very high chance that you are scrolling and searching online for tips, for advice, for techniques to have the business that you don't currently have. And you say, well, yes, potentially, unless you want to sit there and try and figure it all out by yourself. But generally what we tend to do is we're like, oh, I need to get clients. So we'll go on things like Facebook groups, or we'll go searching for some information and things like that. And just as we came on here, went into my own Facebook group. If you're not a member of the group, it's the Virtual Assistant Network on Facebook. And I just sort of jumped in, and the first thing I saw was somebody wanted to create an Upwork profile, and was there any tools or resources that would show them how to do that. So for those of you who don't know, Upwork is a sort of hiring site for online workers, virtual assistants, freelancers, that type of thing. So it's very interesting what comes back, and I want you to really understand this, that when you are building a successful business, life, anything, you have to be so intentional with what you're doing. As in, there's no plan A or plan B, there's just the plan, And you have to get very, very clear on the end result of what that plan is going to create for you. And you have to understand that, yes, you can wing it as you go along, but if you are not intentional with the result that you want to see as you're going along, and you're leaving it to things, and you'll hear yourself say it, oh, we'll see what happens. That's a big one. I'll try this, we'll see what happens. Whenever you find that technique, or you find that something, or you find something else, you make the decision up front about what happens when you use it. Okay, and this is so important. This is directing your life. This is not leaving it to chance or putting yourself in a constant state of suspense, wondering what's going to happen. You simply decide, just like the director decides, or he already knows what's going to happen in the movie before he creates the movie. He knows exactly how it's going to go before the movie is even made. And you have to do the same with your life, the techniques that you're using, the things that you go for in business and things like that. So the interesting thing is that a lot of people will then want to impose their own personal experiences on things because they have been unintentional and they have received those experiences. So in the case of this, how do I create a great Upwork profile? The ones that there are people that literally answer the question, this is a great place to start, or go here, or something like that. Because what if the lady asking has already decided, I'm going to create a great Upwork profile and I'm going to get loads of clients from it? She's directing that process. And then you get people coming in going, don't go on Upwork. You'll have to lowball all of your rates to even make it work, to even get one single client, Now those are, exactly, they're unintentionally directing their life, because they're winging it and they're using the I will see what happens technique. Now, nobody directs a movie with the first scene and then all the actors are there, all the stuff is there, everything is there, the scene, the cameras, and then they film that first scene, and then as he's filming, everyone's like, well, what's next? The director doesn't go, I don't know, we'll see what happens. No, that's completely like winging it. So all of these people that have basically had the experience and the almost repetitive experience of choosing a technique to develop their business and then living in a state of we'll see what happens when I use it, is basically bringing all the actors and the characters and the everything to the scene in the movie and shooting the first scene, which is I'll try this technique, and then basically no one else has got a plan after that. It's completely random. We'll see what happens. I don't know, you know? So my point is with the directing of your business is that you don't just simply sit there and wish everything to come in. You take a decision about how you want things to go. Now, this lady or a person may have really wanted to get clients on Upwork. And believe me, there is a lot of VAs doing very well on Upwork because they have intended it so. Because they have decided that they're only going to attract the highest end clients, the most well-paying clients. They respect themselves too much to even entertain the idea of lowballing their prices. That would be crazy. It is really about really trying to disconnect yourself from other people's stories and situations and scenarios and other people's lack of direction. Because when you follow the advice of somebody who has not properly directed themselves, then you are basically following someone who's winging it. Now, if you follow the advice or you actually intend to direct your own scene, now the lady who wants to create a great Upwork profile will decide, I am only going to listen to people who have created great Upwork profiles. I like the look of their Upwork profile, or they've taken this course in creating an Upwork profile and that looks great. And I simply intend that once this profile is created, that only success can come out of it. Because that's my direction, that's my intention, that's my plan, and that's what I'm declaring and claiming as my reality. Okay? So call it what you will. Call it a manifestation. Call it a reality. You can call it really anything you want, but it's yours. Claim it. And the only way you can claim it is when you don't wing it, is when you intentionally direct it. That's the only way you can claim it. So how do you do this? Okay, so let's say, for example, I want to create a profile on Upwork and I want to attract very excellent clients who are going to really pay me a good amount of money for my service, right? So what I do is I intend, in the present, in the now, I have created an incredible Upwork profile. I have created the best Upwork profile on the entirety of Upwork. Amazing. Somebody's got to have one. Why can't it be you? Okay? So I've created the best Upwork profile. And everybody who sees my profile is itching to work with me. And I'm in such high demand that I can charge any rate that I want. And everyone is just hoping that they're going to be the one that gets to work with me, that their job is the one that I accept. And I could have a problem here that there just could be too many clients. and there could be too much money coming in, and everything could just go too well. But I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. For now, this is what's happening. You see it. You see this incredible Upwork profile in your mind. You imagine clients just being attracted to you and drawn to you because of this incredible, the best Upwork profile on Upwork. And you know what? You can have the best Upwork profile on Upwork. I could have the best Upwork profile on Upwork. Because what it's going to be the best to the certain people that you want to attract. Okay? It's being that person that's attracting all those people, and you're saying, I've got the best profile. And you're then attracting the best potential clients to you that you can choose from. Or alternatively, you can decide right now, if I go on Upwork and I create an Upwork profile, I'm going to be lowballing everything and it's going to go really badly, but I'll do it anyway and see what happens. Do you see and feel how different those two stories are, those two scenarios? One is a tragedy. The other one is a epic drama, success drama, or something like that, you know. And you decide. You decide. And you know what? In a movie, you know, oftentimes, you know, the hero comes in and he gets what he wants, or the heroine gets what she wants, or, you know, things work out in the end. But generally in a movie, there is a little bit of up and down, there's a little bit of learning, there's a little bit of joy, a little bit of sorrow, you know, there's like a little bit in between going on there, just to make it interesting, you know? We've got to keep things a little bit interesting. You've got to keep you on your toes in a movie. So when you're directing this, yeah, maybe you'll find, okay, well, that scene didn't go quite according to plan. I will remake that scene. I will rewrite that scene. You know, when someone comes to you and says, oh my God, you're way too expensive, or whatever, or, you know, like, I want a cheaper price, you then create the scene in your mind of exactly how you want that to go. Now, if you're coming at this potential client that's wanting to lowball you from a place of, I'm fully respected, I'm fully valued, I'm excellent at what I do, and I'm super successful, you make a decision from that character as to how that character will respond to this other character in this movie, which is the movie of your Upwork life. So that's what you do beforehand. That's how you direct. You say, okay, right, scenario here, scene here, what are we going to do? This person's come in, I'm charging, I don't know, $60 an hour. This person's telling me that they only want to pay $20 an hour. I'm super successful. I've got an abundance of clients queuing up for me. I'm well worth the money. I'm valued and respected. How am I going to respond as this character? So I'm pretty confident that the character would not respond with, yeah, let's go low. Let's do it. They would consider it a complete waste of their time. Maybe even slightly disrespectful. You have to constantly show up and direct your life from the character that is the character who is the successful hero or heroine of the movie of your life. You know, you've got to be the lead role, the one where it all works out. The one where you get the bad guy, or the one, like whatever these movies are, where you're like, oh my God, they did it, or they got it, or he got him, or she got her, or whatever. Show me the money. You've really got to be, you know, the Jerry Maguire in all of it. You know, he had a rough ride, but in the end, he got to where he wanted to be. So this is how you do it. This is how you direct your life, direct your scene. You simply decide on the character who you are in this scenario of your business. You know, are you the successful entrepreneur, business owner, you know, who's making loads of money and loved by all? Or are you the poor, lowly, humble VA hoping to catch, some sort of work and hoping that somebody will find them that's willing to pay them some money? You decide, you choose the character, almost like a video game, but a movie. You choose the character, you step into that character, and every single thing that happens, good, bad, or indifferent, you choose how that scene is going to go and how it's going to play out from the character that you want to be in that movie. I hope you guys find this helpful. We are now going to do our daily accountability. Again, I would suggest you sit there and say, oh my God, I'm like so successful at this daily accountability. Every time I do it, it's always happening for me. Everything works out for me. I am that character in my movie today. Okay, guys, I'll see you back here tomorrow for another morning mindset. Tomorrow we are continuing to unpack daily directing. And then, yes, tomorrow is Wednesday, so we'll have one more session, then we'll be doing our messages for the week ahead. Thank you so much for joining me here today, and get your journals at the ready, because we are about to begin. Take care, guys. See you back here tomorrow. Before we begin, don't forget you can join me live online inside Virtual Co-working Space at www.virtualmissfriday.com/VCS. If you enjoy this session, give it a like. I'd love to hear from you, so write me a comment. And so you don't miss any updates, don't forget to subscribe. Let's begin. So now we're going to look for the positive with our gratitude. First, we'll spend 1 minute thinking of the day before, thinking of all the things that happened, reflecting on work, interactions, relationships, memorable moments, and more. Now you'll write one thing down minimum that you're grateful for. You can, of course, write down more. Something good, something that went right, a small moment or a big win. The more you search for things to be grateful for, the more you will experience things to be grateful for. Now we're going to read out your goal. Make sure your goal is written down in a journal or somewhere you can easily access it. Read your goal now, ideally out loud, and commit to this goal. Believe it will happen. And by reading this daily, the universe knows clearly what your goal is, and the things begin to shift in the direction of your goal. Follow your instincts when this happens by taking action. Now you need to see your goal in visualization. Spend this minute thinking about the goal in your mind. See yourself taking steps towards the goal, or even better still, see yourself having already achieved the goal. Close your eyes and go there. Step into the feeling, step into the place, step into the accomplishment. And finally, it's time for your most important task. Set this task for today and make it relating to your goal. This could be something small like sending an email, recording a video, or making a phone call, or it could be bigger. Either way, one task a day is one step forward, and those steps will add up. Do what you can from where you are now. Set the intention, and the action will carry you towards your goal. Well done you for completing your daily co-create session. Have a fantastic day ahead, and I'll see you next time.